Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Angela from artorai.co.uk. I've been showcasing a few card making tools from Crafters Companion over the past few months, and then I came across this one. This is the Ultimate Pro. It's an all-in-one compact carry case, and these are the things that you can do with it. It has a card maker, envelope scorer, box folder, envelope box creator, embossing designs, decorative lines and corners, pop out and K card creator, a bowl maker, a built-in paper trimmer, storage compartments. You would not believe how much I had to cut out of this video just to get it down to a manageable time frame. Which brings me to a question. Would you like to see one long video on utilising all the features and showing you how to use everything to do with the box in one go? Or would you prefer lots of little videos, little bite-sized ones if you like, showing you how to use each one at a time so it doesn't overwhelm? If it is one long video, it will have chapters, so each section will be clearly marked, but I would be really interested to know how you would feel about that, so please let me know in the comments. I do have a playlist for Crafters Companion tools. You will find tutorials on the card maker, envelope making, and envelope box creating as well. There's a little bit on embossing as well, and pop out cards and things. So I won't go into great detail about those things, but I will link to that playlist in the description, or I'll put it up at the top there for you to have a look at. First of all, I'm going to open this up and see what it looks like. So this is it. I'll give you a rundown of all of the features on it. It's a case that opens up, and when you use it you're supposed to have the handle on the left hand side, so it is made for right-handed people, but obviously you could turn it around and use it with your left hand. I mean, I'm left-handed and I still found it quite simple to use. On this side we have the envelope box, so you can make envelopes and you can make envelope boxes, and these here allow you to do some decorative embossing on your cards or your envelopes. And if we turn it over, we have the different card making sections here. So we'll have a look inside. So these embossing lines are for making your pop-out cards and your K cards. I'm not exactly sure how to make those yet, but I will look into it and perhaps do a tutorial at a later date. This is where you create your boxes. This is where you would create the box base. And this is where you would create the box lid. So like I say, I will link to the playlist which shows you how to do all of that, because creating boxes with the Crafters Companion box creator tool is just so simple. It's the easiest method I know of creating boxes. It's great. And then this lifts over as well. That's a storage, like a little storage compartment. If you're carrying this with you anywhere, you can perhaps store your card stock and what have you in there. And if we go over to the other side, but this is where you have your scoring tools. It doubles as like a little bone folder. This is your blade. I'm going to show you how to use this in a minute. These are your bow making pegs. So that's just about it for everything that's inside, but as you can see, everything you need to make cards and envelopes is in here. So to use the trimmer, you would take it out. This is the little knife. I'll show you how to put that together. Open it up to the centre. This is the centre, and this is where you can place, if I can put it in the right way, this is where you place the little trimmer. To access the knife, it has a blade in there and has two little notches there. You would take that out and move it along one and press it down, and when you close it, that gives you a tiny little piece of the blade sticking out. So you would take whatever you want to cut, place it under the little ruler like that, hold it down, and then you would take your little blade and score it like that. And there you have your little paper trimmer. It gives a nice clean cut. And then if you want to, which I definitely would, you can take this and move it back along again, close it up, and then you have, it's nice and safe again. Then you just take this back out and put it back. There we go, nice and safe. It goes in there. These are your little scoring tools. You can see they have different sizes on the end there, and that one's, I think that one's for getting into really thick pieces of cardstock if you want really to get through there. Doubles up as a bone folder, just the same as the other ones that I've showcased in the other videos, and they just store nicely in there. Okay, so these are your little bow making pegs. Go to the front. I'm going to keep the clip on just to save it from wobbling around. So it depends on how wide or how large you want the bow. You could have them like that there. You could have them closer together there. It's entirely up to you. You can just put them where you like, really. So I'll put mine there. I shall take a piece of ribbon. I've already practiced with this. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this with the angle of the camera, but you put the ribbon round like that and you cross it over. This top part, sorry, this underneath part, the bottom part, excuse me, goes right over the top of it all and under, and then you just simply tie a knot. And there's your bow. That was so simple. If you struggle like me with making bows, that's it. That's how easy it is. You can have it either way. That looks nice, doesn't it? So then you just trim off what you don't need, and there you have your decorative bow. That was so simple, wasn't it? And then, of course, once you've finished, you can just put them back again. So that are they're just the absolute basics of what you can do. I love that little storage area. You can put like a few little things in there. Also with it, you do get this extensive leaflet or booklet, and it gives you how to make the cards, how to make boxes. So as I've showed you in my last video about card making, you can make the basic half fold, the gatefold, square cards, trifold, slimline, concertina. I didn't make the slimline ones on the video, but it's very simple to follow. And you have the concertina ones there, which can be very nice. Jump up or pop up cards, or pop out cards. Yes, I made one of those. K cards. Oh, that's interesting. It uses the basic pop out card technique, but takes it to the next level with the half aperture protruding through the front face of the card. That's interesting. So it look like that. Okay. And bow making, we've already covered that. And it shows you how to make the basic box, which I've already shown you in one of my other videos. The shaped boxes I didn't go into detail, but you can make triangular boxes, boxes with 4 sides, obtuse angles, and you can make diamond shaped boxes as well. And this is the magic ruler technique. So this is if you have a specific project or item for which you want to make a box, you will need to measure your base cardstock to a specific size so that the item will fit perfectly inside. So it tells you there about the magic ruler technique. I haven't actually looked into that yet, but I might have a look at that and see if I can do a bit of a tutorial later on. It tells you how to make wedge boxes, and it tells you how to make the envelopes and envelope boxes as well. So that's basically a little box shaped like an envelope. They're really good for 3D cards or for box sets, or just sending something a bit larger to people or storing it for yourself. And it tells you there are all your instructions that you need to make your little envelopes and your envelope boxes. And it shows you how to use the decorative embossing. Here, this is one side that you can do as well. And it shows you how to use the paper trimmer and the mouse cutter, which I've already covered on here. So I do actually have the Ultimate Pro DVD, but I haven't had to look at it yet because my laptop doesn't have a DVD player. Very few do these days, new ones. But I do have an external DVD player. I just can't find it. So I will try and look that out, see if I can find it and have a look at the videos, because it says there are 2.5 hours of fantastic projects. So I'm thinking of watching the video and seeing what projects that I can make with this, and then perhaps doing a video tutorial on it. So I'll have a look at that anyway, see if I can get that sorted. I do have a desktop PC in my bedroom, but it's not very good. I'm actually saving up to buy a new one, which does have a DVD player in it. So hopefully I'll get to at least watch the videos, and then perhaps come up with some really nice projects that I can showcase on my channel. Right, I'm going to make a very simple project with this, just to quickly show you how to make a card and an envelope. But like I say, do check out my other videos for a more extensive tutorial. This is going to be an A5, just a basic half fold. So you put the A5 piece of paper. I also forgot to mention, excuse me, that this is the UK version of the tool, and it uses A4, A5 sheets of paper. I'm going to make a normal half fold A5. So if you come down here, half fold A5 is this one here. So we score along. Turn it over, bump it up against the side. I'm just going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Bump it up against the side there. Fold it over. And there we have perfect fold A5 card. So you do your stuff. This is just cheap paper. But you do your stuff, you make your fancy card, and now we're going to make an envelope for it. So this is where we make our envelopes, and if we look in the instruction booklet, so to make an envelope for it, it's going to be the C6 envelope. So we need to cut paper 21 by 21 centimeters. I shall do that now. So there we are. Turn it around so I can see. So you fit it into the corner there. And this is what we're going to be looking at, because it needs to be scored at C and E. So I'm going to turn this round so I can use my left hand. So you need to score it on C turn it 180 degrees, that's 1, 2 turns, score it on C again, oops, and then turn it to the other two sides to score on E. You'll know you've done it right when the lines cross and you've got a little bit of a triangle. So turn it round 180 degrees again. It goes, just a note, this is where you put your envelope. If you're making a box you would utilise both of these, but this is just for the envelope. So right into the corner there on E. There we go. So as you can see, the lines are all crossed, so we can see where it needs to fold. I'll just put this out the way, and then we can turn it over. Just fold it on the lines that you've just scored. So that's your envelope. If you like, you can cut off these 4 triangles. I do suggest that you do that. But if you don't want to, you can just fold over the sides, and that is going to be your envelope. So like I said, I do suggest that you cut out these 4 triangles to get a better fit, but it's not necessary. And to put your envelope together, you just fold the sides over, put some glue on the sides, liquid glue, runner glue, double-sided tape, it doesn't really matter. So there you have your envelope. If you want, you can round the corners of these, you could tuck that in, you could cut it off, it's up to you what you want to do. And then we take our card and hope that it fits. And it does, it fits nicely in there. So that's a simple card and envelope made with the Ultimate Pro. I'm thinking about doing some more tutorials on this, but like I say, I'll link to my more extensive ones in the description. But just for instance, you want to, this is for your envelope, you wanted to put a little bit of embossing pattern on your envelope. You would find which pattern you want, put the point of the envelope in between those two sides, take this, no that's not right, sorry about that, I'm going to take the larger tip of the 2 scoring tools, and you just rub and you get, you know, you can't really see it in this light I don't think, but you can get a nice little pattern, and you can use any of these for your envelopes. And if you don't quite get it right, just you've got these markers there to put it back in, and just keep rubbing over until you've got the depth that you want. So that's good. I don't know if you can see that, it's difficult with it being white, but I think you can get the point anyway. So you could have a nice little fancy envelope like that with a little bit of embossing on. That's it for this tutorial. I didn't want to make a lot of projects because I didn't want the video to be too long. So I am not sure if this has been helpful to you at all, or if you're interested in the Ultimate Pro, but it is very easy. If you're a beginner card maker, this is going to be absolutely ideal for you, because you can make your cards, you can make your envelopes, you can make your aperture cards, you can do so much with it. You can even do a little bit of embossing with it. So if you are a beginner, this is probably going to be the tool for you. If you don't want to spend a fortune on all the expensive trimmers and scorers and things like that, if you're just starting out, you may want to add those things gradually as you build up your skill set or build up your experience. But this is just amazing. When I came across this, I thought, you know, if I'd had this when I was just starting out, I wouldn't have needed to fork out for all of the stuff that I did buy. Because if you decide that crafting isn't for you, then you haven't spent a fortune. But if you decide it is for you, then you can start an add to your stock. It's entirely up to you. So I do hope this has been helpful. If you'd like to see me do anything specific with this, please just let me know. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye now.